Satellite imagery of Chinese warship, Taiwanese coastlines, flashing headlines, China conducts new drills, US delegation in Taipei. Tensions in the Taiwan Strait are once again boiling over. China has launched a fresh round of military drills around Taiwan just days after a high-profile US congressional delegation landed in Taipei. It's the latest flashpoint in what experts call the most dangerous standoff in Asia. Chinese warplanes taking off, missiles launches, naval exercise near Taiwan Strait. According to China's Defense Ministry, the People's Liberation Army is conducting combat readiness patrols and joint presence strike drills in the airspace and water surrounding Taiwan. Dozens of Chinese warships and fighter jets have entered Taiwan's air defense identification zones, some crossing the median line, a previously respected unofficial boundary in the strait. Beijing called the exercise a extreme warning to what it described as separatist activities and foreign interfaces. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te greeting US lawmakers press conference at presidential office. At the heart of the flare-up, a recent visit by a preparation US congressional delegation, including senior members of the House Armed Services Committee. They met with Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te, reaffirming American support for what the US allies calls a free and open Indo-Pacific. Though Washington maintains its one China policy, it continues to deepen informal ties with Taipei, including arms sales, trade agreements, and military cooperation. US State Department briefing, Capitol Hill footage, President Biden speaking on Asia Pacific. The Biden administration has worked a diplomatic tightrope backing Taiwan's right to self-defense while avoiding direct recognition of it as a sovereign state. This latest visit was not sanctioned by the White House but follows a growing trend of congressional diplomacy that Beijing views as highly provocative. China's foreign ministry condemned the visit, accusing the US of sending the wrong signal to Taiwan separatists. Taiwan's military drills, civilians in shelters, stress scenes in Taipei. In response, Taiwan has placed its military on heightened alert, scrambling jets and deploying coastal defense system. While Taiwan's leaders say that they don't seek conflict, they insist they will defend their diplomacy against increasing Chinese aggression. Public sentiment in Taiwan remains defiant, but tensions are creating anxiety from among citizens and international investors alike. Semiconductor factory, global shipping routes, stock market stickers. The risks go far behind the region. Taiwan sits at the center of global tech supply chains, producing over 60% of the world's semiconductors. The conflict in the strait would likely disrupt everything from iPhones to AI chips and shake global markets. International analysts warn that a military clash between the US and China, even accidental, would have catastrophic consequences. United Nations ASEAN Summit clips maps of Indo-Pacific alliance. Leaders across Asia and Europe are calling for de-escalation. The United Nations, Japan, Australia, and the EU have all argued resistance and renewed dialogue, even as military posturing continues on both sides. And while no direct military confrontation has occurred, the gray zone conflict involving cyber threats, disinformation, and airspace violations is intensifying by the day. Sunset over Taiwan skyline, military radar turning ships shell-hearted at sea. For now, the Taiwan Strait remains calm but heavily armed, and as diplomatic visits increase and military drills escalate, the world watches nervously, hoping that brinkmanship does not turn into a flashpoint. Watch this space. The future of the Indo-Pacific may depend on what happens next in Taiwan.